we're going to talk about fork inspection, and just as many inspections, there's a technician's level of inspection, and those inspection requirements can be found in the ANSI B56 standard. But what we're talking about today is just a simple operator's daily inspection of forks, okay? And there's a very important points to fork inspection, simply because it supports the whole weight of the load, and it gets beat and abused on a daily basis. So fork inspection on a daily basis is just absolutely common sense. So what do we look for? Well, the common things that we're going to look for are things like the hook weldments right here. As I mentioned, the two most important welds on the forklift are those top hook weldments, because we're picking up all that weight every day on those two welds. So on a daily basis, operators should be looking at these welds right here at the hooks and on both sides to make sure they find no stress cracks or damage. And then along with that inspection is checking out the tips of the forks and making sure there's no serious deflection or variation from one tip to the other. Not only does that tell me that the fork is damaged, but it also points out that I'm going to have a hard time getting in and out of loads if my forks are deflected. So I want to make sure the forks are in good shape, the tips of the forks. And then also, we're going to look at the heels of the forks. The heels of the forks right here are extremely important. Over time, they'll wear from operators dragging them on the ground. I want to make sure that the heels are the same thickness here as they are on the upright part of the fork. Now, I've got a simple fork gauge here that we can check, that a caliper gauge, and I'll go on the upright part of the fork and check the thickness, and then I can take this template and go down to the bottom of the heel of the fork and check it and make sure that it doesn't pass that point. If it does pass that point, it tells me my forks are past their wear limits, and then I'll have to replace the forks. So simple fork inspection is the hooks, the tips of the forks, and the heels. And then we can never, of course, forget about the fork latch pins, making sure that they're in good shape, working properly, so operators can adjust their forks on a daily basis with every load that they handle. Thanks for watching.